Hello, welcome back to Kit 323, and we'll now proceed to make up both of these cards. So what I'm going to do first of all is take some blue. I'm using Tumble Glass from the Distress Ink range. I'm just going to go around this top edge of the card just to give it a little bit of a stronger line for the sky. Doesn't want a lot, but just a little bit running round. It just gives it that little bit more definition. Just bring it down this side. I'm going to run it all the way around, just round the bottom. It just gives it a little bit of an edge when you start to mount it onto your card. Doesn't want to be a lot. Just work it all the way around. All these layers are put on flat, so this card would be very easy to post. There wouldn't be any extra charges incurred. So I'll just move that out of the way. And so we're going to start on with making our card up. Just pop the card candy to a side and we'll take out these layers. What I'm going to do first of all is we are going to back, I'll get the right one first, oops, that one, so it's the wider one, which we're going to put in at the back of the Best Wishes. We'll turn it over. I'm just going to get some glue out and just run it just along the edge under your lettering, and then just put some dabs just on the letters themselves. It'll just help to hold it flat. Don't want a lot. Just dabs here and there, just to hold it down. And then taking your piece of card, just line it up with one edge and slide it across, so that when you close it, you've got the lovely Best Wishes there like that. So I'm going to work on this bottom bit first, the bottom strip, which I need the, whoops, I need the little strip that says "Have a beautiful day." So I'm going to mat and layer both of these blue ones together, and again just run glue down the edge. If anybody's wondering what glue I'm using, I am using the Craft Artist glue, and it is in the new Easy Squeeze pot from John Next Door from Craft Artist, and oh, it is so much easier than the original one. I couldn't squeeze that one at all. This one, it squeezes really, really easily. And just pop this layer on into the middle. Oops. I know there's a little gap at that end because I've done it deliberately on this, because I'm going to put some extra hard candy on, because I thought afterwards I'd missed that off the original. So pop that there, making sure that we've got it the right way, and just put it equally in the middle of this bottom under the Best Wishes. We'll now mat and layer, excuse me, mat and layer the two shades of blue up, ready to pop onto the card. And oops, there's just a nice narrow border all the way around. We'll then go on to our main image. As I say, putting together is not a long job. Okay, and just run your glue around the edge. Doesn't need a lot, you don't need to flood it at all. Whoops. And again, it's just a nice little narrow border. Just going to, I can't reach it, so I'll just use a tissue to just wipe that off. And what I do, rather than actually push it from the front, I turn over. Then there's less chance that you're going to move your image when you turn it over. So we're now going to mat and layer this onto our card. Now if you wish to use double-sided tape, that is fine. It's whatever you're comfortable using. Some people I know don't like using wet glue. But as I say, it's entirely up to you which you want to use. And so again, this just fits nicely up on the, whoops. I think I used the wrong pieces there. Whoops, let's get that level with the top. There. I'm going to use just a little bit of pin flare just to pop the card candy on. I'm going to tip these out. Whoops. Don't want to come out. Come out. You can put small foam pads behind them. There's no problem there. Oops, take them out as well. So before we put the card candy on, we just want to put the little sprays resembling reeds just across the corner. So again, just some little dabs of glue on the back. Pop that like that. I can't remember whether I gave you 2 or 3 pieces. I think you maybe had 3, but I want to pop them like that, and then doesn't want to come out, doesn't this today? I'll have to use ordinary glue. I think it doesn't want to come out, doesn't that? So and I'll use my little picky up. Oops. Like that. Got 3 on that corner. And 3 on this corner. And turn that over. Oops. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop 1 at each end of the sentiment, so it all ties in. Oops. And I think there we are finished on that one. So just pop the lid on my glue. So that is blue one that we've done today. So if you can see, Oops, a bit too high up there. So that is what the sample was, and this one is the one we've done today. I'll just pop those to one side, and I will then get out the yellow one, and we'll work on that one next. So bring the yellow one across. Take our bits out of the envelope. I'm just going to, I'm just running this round because with it being a bit damp, it just curled a little bit. But on this, I'm going to use two shades. I'm going to use the blue for the sky, just running it nicely round. And then I'm going to use yellow on the bottom on this one, and I'm using on this scattered straw. And that just finishes off the edges. I'll just pop that to a side, and we'll work on our pieces again. So as before, we're now going to add the lovely yellow strip onto this edge. I'll just take my thing off. And again, we're just going to run glue along that edge and just dab on the letters enough to hold the card down, paying attention to those that have got little odd bits that stick up on the W and the E's, because they're the ones that may just catch. And then just run a line on the bottom. Again, line your card up with one edge and press firmly down. And there we've got our lovely best wishes. Again, we'll now mat and layer our two yellows together. And as before, just matting them gently together. And then go on to the one that says have a beautiful day. And again, that just sits nicely into the centre. There is a space because we're going to, whoops, let me just take that off. Need to slide it across a little bit more. Leaving a gap at this side because we're going to add some flowers to this side. Yeah, and just running some glue just round the edge. Doesn't need a lot, just enough to hold it when we pop it down. And again, just equally in the middle. And press it down. So we'll now mat and layer our two yellow mats that to go on the front. In not a lot of glue, but just enough to hold it flat. Again, there's just a nice border all the way around. pop this onto the card, and then we'll start and work on our flowers that go beautifully with this card. So again, just mat and layer it with a nice border. Again, turn it over to give it a really good press down. Make sure all the edges are caught down. And then we're going to mat and layer this onto the front here. Excuse me. Again, just running the glue around the edge. And I'm just making sure that that bottom edge, it just doesn't want to catch just that one. So let me just stick a little bit of extra glue. If you have this problem, just put a bit of glue on the edge of a piece of card and just slide it up underneath. And then you can hold it down. Just pop that to one side for the moment, and then we're just going to start and work on the flowers. I've just put the top on my ink. Oh, sorry, on my glue. Don't know where I was today. And fetch my embossing pad in. Oops. And you've got your lovely leaf sprays. Sort these all out. And just sort the colours. One. We'll just do the one colour to start with. There we are, that one. And what I'm going to do is, if I can find the right tool that I'm looking for, is just, you can see this, I'm just going to pull from the outside to the centre. That should be on the wrong side, bear with me, I've done that should be on the wrong side that you curl it. And then turn it over and then press down in the middle. I turn all these over. So just run from the outside edge of the petal into the centre, then turn over and just press down in the middle. And they're really pretty, are these little flowers. Whoops, got a petal caught there. When we get to the small ones, we can just roll them round like that, and then just press down in the middle. Then I'm going to use my smaller one for putting together. So just going to put a splodge of ink. Listen to me, ink. I don't know where I am today. And then we're just going to offset them nicely. Just poke them down in the middle. another dab in the middle of that one. And oops. And this little one, last little one. We may not use all the little ones, but we'll just pop those to a side to be drying off, and we'll go on to doing the darker yellow ones. And this time I'll make sure that I have got them the right way before I start to do them. That's better. Oops, doesn't want to come up. So again, the little ones, just run your ball tool round and then turn over and just poke down in the middle. And then when we get to the bigger ones, we can actually do the individual leaves. So again, just run it round like that and turn them over and press down. Press down. And just one more left to do, and then we can put these together. And so these I'm going to just do a little bit different. So I'm going to put that one in there like that and offset that. And then I'm going to put a little tiny one in the centre of there. On that one. And do the same with this one. And then put a little tiny one in the centre of there. And then these just want popping together. I've got that one on there, and that one on there. So we're going to just leave those drying off while we pop the leaves, the leaves on. Bent that petal. We'll pop them to a side, bring our card over. So we now need to sort out which petals, which leaves we've got. So got that one, want a big one at the bottom. Oops, got them tangled up. That's it. So we want to have that big one at the top, and this nice big one down at the bottom. So again, just some odd dabs of glue. I'm going to pop that one just there. We'll pop this one at the top. Just try and balance it. Oops, that's it. And space some of the others out. this I'm going to put there. So then I'm going to start and add some of the flowers. So I think I'll have this one first. I'm going to pop that one there. Put the big pale yellow one up at the top. And these want to be worked in groups of 3. What do we have there? 2 small ones. I want now some foliage at the bottom, so I'm going to pop this one. I'm going to pop that one, that bit of foliage there, and then pop this other yellow, darker yellow flower, whoops, there, with just going to pop that other little yellow one under there. And I'm going to slide that one under there like that. Then I'm going to add some of the lovely gems. So just dab some glue in to the bigger ones. We'll start with just the bigger ones first. We don't need the card candy on this one. I don't know why they got put in there. So again, just using my picky up tool. Oops. Just slide that one back across. Doesn't want to turn over, doesn't this one, to be picked up. So pop that one onto there. And that one onto there. That one onto there. And then there's 2 little tiny ones, which we can have one on there and one on there. That little one goes on, whoops, does when it wants to come off. And this one, when I can turn it over, just goes on there. So that is that card now finished. So this, oops, sorry, I apologise. So that was the original sample. And this is the one we've made today. So I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing the next video, which will be 4/23. So please join me for that. Take care and enjoy making your cards, and don't forget to share. Thank you. Goodbye.